Yo, it's Buddy the Elf from the North Pole. I'm in the workshop right now. I got teddy bears, I got bikes, I got basketball games, I got it all. And since it's December 25th, it's March 25th. What should I do with all these presents? I know. I'm going to drop them off at Mr. Butler's house for his birthday. So Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. What's yours? Okay, cool. I like the holiday too. Now, when I'm out delivering presents, a lot of the blocks have 5 houses on each block. So I want to see how many houses I have to deliver to. So the one thing I do is count by 5s. 5, 10, and so on to see how many houses I have. Can you count by 5s for me? Okay, now there's this one neighborhood, way back, big houses. They have 6 houses on each block. Now I need you guys to count by 6s for me. That way, I know how many houses I have to deliver to in 9 months. All right, here we are. We made it to Mr. Butler's house. There's the chimney. We just need to drop those gifts off. For our application problem, we have 1/4 of Santa's sack is full of presents, and we're going to drop 1/2 of them off to Mr. Butler. So we are going to do 1/2 of 1/4. We're going to find out how many total presents we'll have left when we're done dropping them off at Mr. Butler's. I want you guys to start on this problem now. All right, 1/2 of 1/4. If we were to draw this out, let's say this is Santa's sack. We're going to split it into 4ths. And we're going to shade in 1/4. Now, in our problem, we said we're going to drop 1/2 of that 4th off down that chimney. So 1/2 of that 4th, we're going to drop off in the chimney. The total number of presents we're dropping off was 1/8. Once we're done dropping those off, those presents will be gone. That means we're going to have, since we dropped off 1/8 of Mr. Butler's, that's going to leave us with 1/8 of the presents left. When we look at this problem, 1/2 times 1/4, it will give us what? That's right, 1 times 1, 2 times 4. Remember, we multiply the numerator times the numerator, denominator times the denominator, straight across. That would give us 1/8. Right. So we have 1/8 of the sack left of presents. If we were to go back to the workshop and refill that sack, we wanted to fill it up to 1 whole sack of presents, how many 8ths will we need to give us the whole? All right, here we go. 1/8 plus how many 8ths equals 8/8. If we were to draw Santa's sack, which is a rectangle right now, and we were to cut it into 8 equal pieces, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8, and we have 1/8 left, we will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/8 to fill up his bag completely. Then who knows, maybe we'll come to your house. Oh no, looks like I blew out a tire on my sled. At least we have time to do some math problems before we head back to the North Pole. Oh no, since we blew out a tire on our sled, I'm so angry I could rip a door off. Well, let's just get started on our concept development. I'm going to demonstrate one problem for you. We'll do a couple together, then you'll do a couple on your own before you get started on the lesson for tonight. The first problem is 3/4 of 1/2. For this problem, I'm going to draw it out for you first. I'm going to take my rectangle and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to shade in 1/2. Now, I know 3/4 of 1/2. So I need 3/4 of this half. So I'll cut this into 4ths and I'm going to shade in 3/4. Now when we see what the total is, I want to see what those 3/4 equal to in the whole. So I have 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3/8 is my answer. Or remember, if I do it this way, I multiply across. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. 3 times 1, 3. 4 times 2, 8. Our answer equals 3/8. Now it's time for us to do one together. All right, now we're going to try one together. Let's look at 1/3 of 3/5. If we're going to draw this out, I'll draw my rectangle, and I'm going to start off with this one. I'm going to cut it into fifths. I cut it into fifths. I'm going to shade in 3. This is 3/5. Now, I want 1/3 of 3/5. So I'm going to cut my fifths into thirds. All right, I'm going to shade in 1/3. Remember, this is 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. So I'm going to shade in 1/3. This is going to give me the total of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th. Good. Or 1/3 times 3/5 equals 1 times 3, 3 times 5. 1 times 3 gave us 3. 3 times 5 gave us 15. 3/15 is our answer. All right, so I demonstrate one for you. We did one together. Now I'm going to have you do a couple on your own. The first one is 2/3 of 3/4. Go ahead and try that one. All right, 2/3 of 3/4. Now remember, when we multiply fractions, we take the numerator times the numerator, 2 times 3, and for the denominator, we take 3 times 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 4 equals 12. If I want to go to the next step, I would say, can you simplify 6/12? Let's see. 6 goes into 6. 6 also goes into 12. So 6 divided by 6 would be 1. 12 divided by 6 would be 2. 6/12 equals 1/2. All right, let's go on to another problem. We have 3/4 of 5/12. Go ahead and try to solve that one. All right, 3 times 5, 4 times 12. We know 3 times 5, 5, 10, 15. And we know 4 times 12 is 48. There would be the answer for this one. All right, 5th grade, we made it back to the North Pole. Tonight, you need to get into your Succeed book, go to Module 4, Lesson 15. There will be the YouTube video to guide you through some of the questions if you need help. Remember, Module 4, Lesson 15. Get that done and submit it, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Good luck.